I'm actually quite impressed. I mean, I had quite a bit of hyperpigmentation in this spot. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we are going to be doing a review on the new Nars foundation alongside with the new Makeup Forever foundation. You know, my relationship with makeup has changed over the past year. I'm not interested in trying any and everything like I used to. I am not really concerned about all these random launches from all the different people out there. I'm good. Beauty honestly does feel saturated. And I know there's a space for everyone, and I'm not saying there's not, but there's just so much that I'm just like not as interested anymore, if that makes any sense. We have so much product available on the market for everything. I mean, from complexion to eyes to lips, like we have everything available to us. So as I try out new makeup, I think my thing really is, it has to hit like a certain criteria for me to be interested, to even want to try it. I'm talking packaging, I'm talking just like the look of it, the aesthetic, obviously the details of the foundation, if it's a foundation or whatever it is. Is it gonna serve me? Is it something that is going to work for my skin type? Does it have skincare loving ingredients? Like all of that. And I'm kind of talking complexion really, but I mean overall, that's what I'm thinking when it comes to eyes, anything. You can find hundreds of eyeshadow palettes that are neutral shades. So at this point, since there's so much available that are very similar and kind of fit in this niche, I want something that has amazing packaging. I want something that does have a quality pigment. I want something that has colors that are gonna work with my skin tone. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I'm like, I have expectations up to the bar. So honestly, I'm not looking for any product that's not a potential staple in my beauty routine. If it's not gonna be a staple, it's not something I'm gonna use all the time and I'm obsessed with it, I don't even wanna look at it. And I'm talking reviews as well. Like I'm constantly still watching reviews of new things. I'm reading reviews online about products. I'm sorry if you guys hear the rain. I'm actually kind of hyped that it's raining right now, but if you guys hear it, I apologize. I'm not interested in anything that's not a staple. I'm really not. And if it doesn't even look like it's going to be, and I'm judging everything. I'm judging looks and everything. So if the packaging, if the look doesn't even fit my vibes, I don't want it. Because there's something out there that does. So why would I get something that doesn't hit all those boxes? And there's something out there that does, you know what I mean? So let's just go ahead and get started with the review. As you're watching this review, it is really a personal preference. So at the end of the day, I might have my opinion about something, but of course you can take that and store it in the back of your head as you are deciding whether you want to try this out. But know that my opinions are based on my own personal preferences. Now, my skin is already prepped with skincare. I prefer more of a natural, finish foundation that's a little bit more light in coverage but can be buildable for those moments where you need to hide a little extra, okay? I'm looking for something that has some skincare ingredients in it, like something that's gonna be more so skin loving and has ingredients that are gonna be beneficial for skincare as well. I won't be going over every single detail about both foundations. You can do that on your own, on your computer, or on your phone, but I will touch on some of the things that are going to be important in this review. So I'm on Sephora's website and we have the Nars foundation, which is called the Light Reflecting Advanced Skincare Foundation, which I'm already excited because it has skincare in it, right? It's a liquid formula, medium coverage, a natural finish. It's good for redness, dullness, uneven texture, and for dark spots. So it's supposed to quickly blur and smooth while visibly improving skin's clarity over time. So that's fun, and that is what I have right now. I have FOUNADTION, I believe. Maybe I'm pronouncing that wrong. I have no idea, but that is the shade that I have. Now I have the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. This is their newest foundation. This is the HD Skin Undetectable Longwear Foundation. And I'm excited because I love Makeup Forever and they did send this to me. So thank you guys so much for sending that over. Now this is a natural finish. It's also waterproof, long wearing, a medium coverage, and it's best for oily, combo, and normal skin types, which I tend to get like oily in the T-zone. So I'm more of a combination skin type. So that kind of excites me a bit. This is supposed to blur and cover imperfections up to 24 hours, powered by micro skin systems that sync with the skin for true to skin finish. So that's interesting. I don't necessarily see a lot of like claims for skincare, but that doesn't really like completely break it for me. I do want to point out that my favorite foundation right now is the Fenty Eavesdrop. I've talked about it on Instagram with you guys. That is my favorite go-to foundation. I just feel like it's really perfect. It is a skin tint, but I feel like it's very buildable. So for someone who has some hyperpigmentation on their face, I feel like it's a great foundation for someone who's looking for more of a light coverage, but can build it up if you want more of a fuller look. So I'm gonna do one side Nars and the other Makeup Forever. So I guess we should get started. We're focusing strictly on complexion, and I'm gonna go in with my Smashbox Oil and Shine Control Primer. This is one of my favorites, and I know it works on my skin, and it's worked many times with different type of foundations that I've used. Okay, that's a lot better, isn't it? Okay. So now that we've primed, I'm not going to color correct or anything like that. I'm gonna go straight in with the product to see what happens. Both sides of my face are tore up, so it's not a big deal. So here is the Nars foundation. All right, so I put a couple of pumps on the back of my hand. I'm gonna be using a brush, and then I'm gonna go over it with a sponge. And here we go. Oh my God, I just realized I don't have my mirror in front of me. What am I doing? Now I feel like this shade may be a little dark, just like a hair, but that's all right. The other shade that I would have probably grabbed, Stromboli, was not available. Okay, so far, this has really nice coverage with the brush. I'm actually quite impressed. I mean, I had quite a bit of hyperpigmentation in this spot. So that's really impressive already. It doesn't feel heavy, which is really nice. I prefer more liquidy type of foundations because they tend to be more lightweight. I feel like this looks really good. Again, I'm a person who prefers more light coverage. I'm not looking for anything super heavy. I know if I need to correct anything, I can do that with color correcting. So I am, wow. And I still have some left on my hand. I kind of pumped a little too much. So what I like to do then is to go over it and press it into the skin. That looks really great. Obviously, you're gonna see texture in the skin. I say that I think in every review, you're gonna see texture. But for what it claims to be, I'm really surprised that it's covered as well as it's covered. And honestly, some hyperpigmentation peeking out does not bother me. It is what it is. So, girl, let's go on and get to Makeup Forever. Let's see what she's doing for us. This is the color Y315, and I'm going to use a different brush, a clean one, and I guess I'm just going to try to use my left hand. Let's see. This kind of looks nice. Low key though, I have to use a little bit more, and I did 2 pumps, the same as Nars. And I just kind of build the foundation up until, you know, like most of the imperfections are covered. Maybe you wouldn't use as much foundation because your skin is just wonderfully perfect. But for someone like myself, I just use enough to cover the majority of what I need to cover. They both look so good. Oh my gosh, this is actually exciting. Okay, so far it looks good. I feel like Nars could be more full coverage than this one. This one claims to be medium coverage. But the way Nars was able to build up is really nice. I'm gonna kind of blend my neck together though, because I'm kind of looking stupid. I like the color of the Makeup Forever a little bit better than the Nars. Now, granted, I picked this one out, so that was totally my fault. Like, I don't feel like I'm wearing 2 different foundations on my face, which is nice because I plan on wearing this face throughout the day. I'm going to the movies tonight, so that's kind of important. But yeah, so far it looks really great. So let's just go ahead and move on. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this Milk Makeup concealing like primer stuff under my eyes. And let's hope that the rest of the routine is good, because so far I'm very, very pleased. I'm gonna be using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer in Macadamia, one of my favorites. And I'm really just putting that in these areas that are like dark and scary, and who wants to deal with that? What did Riri say? Like, this is a coincidence, but I'm gonna be going in with my Nars concealer. We're using a lot of Nars Makeup Forever. I love that for us. But this is Cafe con Leche. You guys already know my love for this. I'm gonna put this right here. This is to really give me that pop. I move on to contour. These are fairly new to my routine, but they have been staple. This is the Rare Beauty, their bronzer sticks. Okay, so far so good. Everything's blending quite nicely on the skin, which, I mean, I'm kind of expecting at this point. It shouldn't look bad. Like, you know when something's bad if it starts to peel, and that's happened to me in the past. So far everything seems to be blending really nicely. Let's go on this side. Yeah. So far, honestly, I don't even feel like people would ever notice that I'm wearing 2 different foundations. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and add cream blush and some liquid highlight. I'm gonna be using this Rare Beauty one. This is Encourage. Ugh, I don't want to spill this on me. And you really just need a little drop of this, girl. Okay. Okay, hold on, let's make sure. Let's look up close. Yeah, you guys, both of these foundations are killing it right now. I think the real test is honestly just gonna be longevity, because as I'm applying everything that I love on my skin, everything is just looking phenomenal. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead with this liquid highlight from Fenty. These are really good. This is Hustler Baby. This is the Liquid Kilowatt. And I'm just gonna have to put this somewhere where I have foundation on my hand. And I'm going to just apply it with my finger. Come on. It's looking so good. I mean, this review made me feel a little lackluster because things are going really well right now for me. Okay, let's go ahead and set. I'm gonna be using the Makeup Forever setting powder. This is Banana. I'm probably gonna mix the light one too. Hold on. And I'm also gonna use Vanilla. Okay. Okay, you guys, honestly, so far, it's just, y'all, so far, it's just looking so good. I can't. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the face, and then I'm gonna do eyes and lips and all that stuff after, because that's not really the point of the video, right? So we're gonna move straight on to blush. If somebody don't get their dog, I will. Do y'all hear that dog? All right, so Patrick Ta, She's So LA. Just a touch of powder bronzer. This is Ilia Novelty. You really just need a little bit of this too. I'm gonna have to bring some of this down here though, man. Look, I'm gonna have to wear, when I go to the movies, I'm gonna have to wear a little, like a high neck shirt, girl, cause I'm looking a little darker than I really am. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face, and then we'll finish off with like a setting spray, and then I will give you guys my final thoughts and opinions, which I'm sure you guys can guess, but stay to the end of the video, okay? All right, you guys, so this is the finished look. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I don't think you can tell that I'm wearing two different foundations, which is always nice. I think it looks really, really great. I think throughout the entire process of me applying my makeup, the foundation performed beautifully on both ends. I think the only con I would say, and this is literally not the foundation's fault, is I need a lighter shade for the Nars. Just a hair lighter, and I think it would be perfect. But of course, we were able to kind of blend it down and make it look as seamless as possible. But honestly, other than that, I think both foundations are amazing so far. I think the only thing that I would really do is test the longevity of foundations. But honestly, with the Makeup Forever claiming that it's 24 hours long wear, I don't ever see myself testing a foundation that long. And honestly, if anything, the longest I would wear my makeup is probably 6 to 8 hours, and that's very rare for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video with my final thoughts and opinions just on the finished look that we've come up with. I am pleased with both foundations. They definitely lived up to their expectations. Now, as far as Nars go and their skincare elements, I think that would be shown over time. But again, it's not a skincare product, so it's nice to have those ingredients, but it's not gonna obviously perform in the same way your actual skincare products do. Otherwise, I think they're amazing. They both have great buildability, if that's a word. They both were very similar in consistency. And like I said earlier, the shade that I got for Nars was just a hair too dark for me. But other than that, I think they both were really great. I think the packaging on both the foundations are stunning. That's one thing that always catches my eye. I want something that looks beautiful. I want my collection to look gorgeous and fit my vibes. Because again, like I said earlier, there's so much available. So why not get what's beautiful to you, what obviously is gonna work well with your skin or whatever it is. Yeah, so I think they're both stunning. They are a little high in price, but that all depends on what you're willing to spend. I would spend it. Of course, I'm a beauty girl, like, yeah. I'm happy to say that I'm confident that I would put these in rotation with my Fenty Eavesdrop. I see myself using these often, all the time. My standards have reached an all-time high when it comes to makeup because there's just so much available. So you really need to be like up there if I'm gonna be interested in you. I hope you guys really enjoyed this review, and I hope that it helped you figure out which foundation you wanna try. Of course, you guys can go to Sephora and get samples of both foundations and figure it out for yourself. I hope this was helpful, and remember, this is my personal preference. So if your guys' preferences of foundation kind of align with me, you have similar skin tone, maybe some hyperpigmentation like I do, this will be really helpful for you guys. But I always recommend get some samples from Sephora. Sephora is great at giving samples. If you guys like this video, please, of course, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys comment down below which one have you tried. Have you tried both? Which one do you like better? Do you like both like I do? Let me know down. I'm gonna make sure to link both of these foundations in the description box for you guys. And other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. I hope we still like beauty videos because I don't mind making them. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, of course, because how are you gonna know when I post more videos, whether it's beauty, vlogs, whatever the case may be. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell because that really helps me out so much. And other than that, I love you guys so, so much. Until next time, bye.